Hello everybody, this is my first video that has nothing to do with science or atheism or peppers. This is an experience that I had. I'm not a gambler. I'm a sore loser of money, and plus I understand that when it comes to gambling, you're not going to win. Occasionally you will, but over the long haul, you're not going to win anything. I understand that. But my father likes playing Texas Hold'em, and I've played Texas Hold'em with him several times, and he has repeatedly invited me to join him at a casino here in Minnesota. Here we have Indian Native American casinos. So after he's asked me about 4 or 5 times, I finally said I would go. Just because I wanted to be with him. My mom passed away last April, and plus I was looking forward to a good buffet, because I heard that the casinos have good buffets, and also I just wanted to kind of check it out and see what it was like, just to get the experience of what it was like to go to a place where they gamble. So that's what I'm going to run through with you, is my experience with this casino, my first experience with the casino. This was Grand Casino in Hinckley, Minnesota. Alright, so I arrive, and we're going into the building, and all of a sudden the first thing that I notice is I can smell cigarette smoke. And here in Minnesota we've got a indoor smoking ban. It's been like 5 or 6 years now, and believe me, I've gotten used to it, and I like it, the indoor smoking ban. But this place is on Indian reservation land, and apparently they allow you to smoke. So I walk in there, and that's all I can smell, smoke. So immediately I'm like, oh no, thinking that to myself. All right, so okay, we get checked in and all that, and we're gonna go down. I was thinking we're gonna play some cards or something, and but I guess all they had was blackjack, and I'm unemployed right now. I can't afford to lose any large amount of money. So we decided we're going to do these slot machines. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, they're just like, they're like video games for really simple-minded, stupid people, is what I look at it as. With these games, you put in your money, and I had no idea what, you push a button. That's all you do. You push a button, and you get the readout or whatever. I don't know what the hell they call it. And so it's mindless. So I'm just like, I'm like, oh, I can't believe this, if you get your old people who complain about, maybe I'm included in the old people category, but anybody who complains about their children playing video games, at least they're using their head, their brain. These games were absolutely mindless. It was ridiculous. So anyway, we did it anyways. Like I say, they didn't have Texas Hold'em here, which would have been probably the preferable thing for us, but we were playing these slot machines, and pushing the button. Well, I spent $20, and my dad spent $20, and I let him go first because I didn't even know what this was all about. So he went first. He's pushing the button. He goes up to, he wins like $70. He's up to $70. And then in the next few minutes, he's back down to $23. And I'm like, we should have stopped. That's what I'm thinking. We should have stopped at the $70, but so he keeps going and keeps going, and he's back up to, I think it was like $90 or something like that, over total $90. And I was like, Dad, we got to stop. We have to stop now, because I understand I understand how gambling works, and the odds are that if you are on a machine and you win a good amount of money, or whatever that means, the chances are you're not going to get another good win like that on the same machine. So I told him he's got to stop. He's got like $90 up. And so it was my turn then. I had my $20, and I was like, when this $20 is gone, I'm done. So I'm pushing the same button, the mindless. I can't emphasize this enough, how stupid this game is. So you push the one button and you watch, and when the readout comes up, I have no idea what it means. And plus, here's a funny thing. Like, for example, the machine that I was playing, it was like every time you push the button, it was a 50-cent bet. Okay? But even if you won 5 cents, the machine was ding 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 ding, like it was a big deal. Like you won 5 cents. You don't forget that you lost 35 cents, but you made 5 cents. Okay, figure this out, all right? So these machines are basically, what would you call it? What are they trying to? They're meant to trick you. I mean, I hope you get the point of what I'm just saying. But so anyway, I'm going along and pushing this button. My money's just going down the drain. So I had like $4.50 left. And I was like, that's it. I pulled out. I was pretty frustrated. And, keep in mind, this place is like pollution. Cigarette smoke. I felt sick the next day. It was polluted to the point where I felt sick the next day. Anyway, getting along with the story. Like I said, I told my dad he was going to go to a different machine because, So we went to another machine, and it was, just to make this story short, it was up and down, up and down, up and down. Win, lose. And so we got to the final machine, and he had like $30, and I combined my $4 in with his. And so we went to the final machine, and, the first couple things, no big deal, and then all of a sudden, ding 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 ding, we got 30 free plays, whatever. I mean, so basically we sat back and watched the machine play itself 30 times, and we'd get $2 here, $5 here, $8 here. So it kept going, and we ended up having, we ended up at about $120 at the end. And it was probably like 11:15. And I was like, Dad, we're up. This is it. He would have kept going. We've made some money. We gotta go. Okay, he finally agreed. Okay. Just keep in mind that this is just my experience, of the first experience that I've had at a casino. So I convinced him that we got to be done. We've won some money. That's good enough for me. At least we didn't lose any. And so we're heading up to the room. We're going to have a couple drinks up there because the bar was an exorbitant amount of money, and plus so smoky it would make you sick. So we're going to go up and have a couple drinks, and then, whatever, wind down and go to bed. Well, I get up into my room, our room, and my dad and I are talking in our normal level voice, and All of a sudden we get bang, bang, bang on the door. And if you've ever been in a hotel where there's like a door adjoining the rooms, not the front door, the door that adjoins the rooms, there was a bang, bang, bang on the door. And plus it sounded like there was a rowdy party going on in there. So I said to my dad, I was like, if that happens one more time, I'm calling down to security because I'm not going to deal with this. And I even said that out loud in the direction of that door. I said, if you do that one more time, I'm calling security. Okay, you know, and I'm not, look at me, I can handle things, all right? But what was going on was unnecessary. So he immediately, this guy in the other room bangs on the door again, and I was like, you know what, screw this. I called down to the desk and explained to the person what was happening, and they said, okay, you know, we'll send up security, you know. All right. So about 5 minutes went by and nothing. So I decided I'm going to go outside the door of my room and just kind of wait for the security so I can tell them when they come up what's going on. I'm going to wait outside the room. So I'm just sitting outside my room, minding my own business. I wasn't making a peep, nothing. All of a sudden, the room next to us, the guy, the rowdy room, this guy comes out. He goes, what are you doing? And I said, what do you mean, what am I doing? I'm standing outside of my room here. And I'll tell you what, this guy was the drunkest person I think I've ever seen. And believe me, I'm a seasoned veteran. I've seen a lot in the way of drinking and drunk. I've never seen anybody like this. He could barely speak. He could barely stand up. And but in the meantime, he's confronting me, asking me what I'm doing standing outside my room. Well, I said, you know, I'm standing outside my room. What's it to you? And this guy was very belligerent, even though he was incoherent. And finally, I just said, you know, I'm standing out here because I'm waiting for security because they're going to come and talk to you. And he goes, you don't have a girlfriend, do you? You don't have a girlfriend. And finally, my dad steps out with me, and you guys don't have girlfriends. And of course, my dad just lost my mom a few months ago, and my dad was getting very upset with him. And I had to tell my dad, you know, this guy doesn't even know what he's talking about. Just, it's all right, you know. And then here comes security finally. And when security came, of course, the guy slunk back in and shut his door. And but he was, let me get this across to you, he was ranting. I mean, it sounded like a rowdy party, except for that he was all by himself. So, there's no way we were going to be able to put up with this. So, the security guard, we were like, okay, you take care of it. We went back in our room, and probably about 5 minutes later, we got a knock on our door and said, you know, we've got Pine County Sheriff coming, just to let you know. Okay, good. Well, I figured in the meantime, I don't want to sit in this room. I don't know what this guy's got. Does he have a gun? I mean, is he going to go nuts? I mean, this guy was nuts. So my dad and I decided to go back down to the gross cigarette bar and paid, I think I paid $12 for one stupid drink. It was asinine. And we sat there for probably about 45 minutes, maybe even an hour. And we're heading back to our room after that. You know, we had a good time talking during that hour. I mean, it wasn't all negative, don't get me wrong. But so we're heading back towards the room, and we find the police and the hotel security in the lobby by the elevator where we're going up to our room. So we're coming up and like, well, so did you get rid of the guy? And oh no, you know, he said he's gonna calm down, you know. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's fine. I don't care, but I'm not staying in that room. And the police were there, and I said, did they explain to you what happened? And we heard a little bit. And I said, a little bit? Well, allow me to tell you what happened. And so I told them what happened, and then, oh, well, they didn't say anything like that. And so I said, we're not staying in that room. I don't care. I don't care if we have to go somewhere else entirely. We're not staying in that room. And finally they, after earlier they said that they wouldn't be able to get us a new room. They got us a new room. And so go back up there, collect our things, got a new room. But, I mean, that's the story. That's my story of my first time at a casino. And let me just fill in some blanks here. This place was just shabby. It wasn't a good place. Here's another thing. I'm sitting here, we're waiting. There's probably like several hundred machines, those slot machines, and a lot of people in there. I didn't see one person smiling the whole time. I didn't hear anybody laughing. This place was sad. This was a sad place. I didn't see any happiness in this place whatsoever. So, and then they had an overzealous security guard who I brought the beer that I bought for $5-6, whatever it was, in a plastic cup. I brought that up to the room. I tried to bring the same beer down, and the guy, I was wondering why the security guard was just sitting there, ambling back and forth. So I'm bringing my beer back in there, and whoa, you can't bring that in here. And me never having been in a casino before, I was like, well, I bought this beer here. Yeah, maybe you did, but we can't just have people going in and out of there and with beer. And I was like, okay, I get it. You want to make sure that I'm not bringing my own beer into the casino. I get it. So I just said, okay, I get it. Well, he proceeds to just continue to explain himself for like 2 minutes about how the rules and the regulations. And I was like, I get it already. You don't have to keep going on and on. I get it, So this guy, my opinion about that is that he has a very boring job, because it sure did look like it. Because 99% of the time they're just standing there. So I don't know what else is there. Oh, when we got moved to our new room, and me and my father went upstairs, and we had a drink, one more drink. It was getting late at this point, and we were watching on TV. After we figured out how to turn off their commercial that they constantly run, the casino commercial that they constantly run on the TV, after we figured out how to get around that, we watched this car auction show, and we just talked. And my father and I had a good time. We did. But so it was about 1:30, and I was like, all right, it's time for bed. So okay, good night. Shut off everything, and we're going to bed. And like 5 minutes later, across the hall or somewhere out there in the hall, boom, 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 let me in. It wasn't our door, it was someone else's door, but just boom, 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 boom. And it was obnoxious, and it was very disgusting. I mean, I was like, I didn't want to be too angry, but because I don't know. But it was discouraging, to say the least. And so finally, we're trying to get to sleep, and I'll tell you what, about 5 times between 1:30 and 5 in the morning, there was somebody out there boom, boom, booming on somebody's door. Woke us up every time. My dad said that he didn't even start sleeping until 4 in the morning, and I wasn't much better either. And so I only got to sleep, on and off, and then between 5 and 10 I got some sleep. But you know what's the point of my video here? It's just to relay my experience of the casino. I mean, maybe it's not like this everywhere, but casinos are rigged so that you know, casinos aren't there so you can win money. This place to me was a giant vacuum cleaner of people who probably can't afford it. A giant vacuum cleaner of their money. I don't know. I mean, do I want to use the word immoral? I mean, I'm this close to thinking that this place was that immoral because they take advantage of people. It was a sorry lot in there. So anyway, if you're going to take anything away from this, you know, my suggestion is don't patronize those places.